Hey, what's up, long drivers? It is June 29th. This is episode 21 of Smash Factor, brought to you by Shark Attack Golf, the #1 club maker for long drive in America. We got a big show for you today. We got results coming to you from New Mexico, Maryland, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina. Got an Xld Tour stop in there from out in New Mexico to add into it, and some news coming up right after this. All right, in the news, really happy to announce that we're adding several more national championship qualifiers for you ALD hitters. You're going to see those added to the schedule over the next week or so. Be sure to check your area for that. We're going to be bringing national championship qualifiers to most of the leagues to give you guys and girls and kids and everybody an opportunity to hit without having to drive so far. In today's economy, that makes a lot of sense, right? We think it does. That's why we did it. So the first one on the list is Mid-Atlantic. That July 16th event at the Gauntlet is going to be an ALD National Championship qualifier. We'll get into the schedule for that when we cover schedules in a minute, but just know that we got lots of opportunities to get you qualified without so much driving. That's our intent. All right, we're going to tickle you a little bit with some more news coming regarding XLD in the coming days. You'll hear those announcements. So these will affect World Championships and divisions and things. So pay attention. Stay tuned right here at Smash Factor because that's where you're going to hear it.
Well, man, what is this? Can I go for a ride?
All right, let's get into results. We were in Albuquerque, New Mexico this past weekend. Yours truly, I was there along with Brian Steffen, running the event with Lynn Ray and Brian Ray and some volunteers there. Had a good time, had a great time out there at the Balloon Fiesta Park. The Xld Tour results were, let's start with Pat Johnson. You know Pat, we call him Grandpa. Grandpa took the 70-plus division win with a drive of 283 yards. Pat also took the 60-plus division win with a drive of 282 yards. Pretty consistent there, Pops. Melissa Steck went up against Phyllis Meddy in the finals there for the 18-plus. Phyllis took that win with a drive of 340 yards. Paul Cleary takes the 45-plus division with a drive of 359.2. Paul's hitting the ball well. Paul Cleary also took the 50-plus division win with a drive of 358.8. Again, consistency. He just edged out Lynn Ray, who hit his best ball of the day, 356 yards in that competition. So good hitting by those guys. That was great. Lynn Ray took the 55-plus division with a drive of 310 yards. In the 35-plus division, had some great competition there. Maurice Allen comes away with a win with a drive of 388.1 yards, longest drive of the day there in that division. I think that may have been the last ball. I can't remember. But good hitting. Glad to see Maurice out there. Maurice also took the win in the 18-plus division with a drive of 361.1. Missy Steck in the 45-plus wins that with a drive of 265 yards. Missy had a good day, though. She had a 302 drive out there during this competition. She's doing really well. All right, let's go down to the Southwestern Clash ALD results. We met Jack Alford in the 13U division, adaptive division out there, and there's some video on Facebook of Jack's competition. You got to see that. I mean, this dude is amazing. But, 64 yards was his long drive, and he was excited about that. Thanks so much for bringing a local from the New Mexico area there to our event. So in the 18-plus division, Peyton Vanderlee looked amazing out there hitting. He's slipping around a little bit in the wet grass, but 379.5 yards for Payton. Derek Knuckles took the 35-plus division with a drive of 345 yards, edging out Lee Hodges of 341. Those guys had some really good competition. There was one we had to do a redo there once where there was like a 10th between their yards. It was great. Katie Deering in the open women 35-plus division wins that with a drive of 269.2 yards. Melissa Steck took the senior women 45-plus with a drive of 302.7. How about that? Good going, Melissa. She's looking really good. We call her Missy. You can too. David Brinker back in competition after some health issues. Just looking great. 306.7 yards for the win in the 70-plus division. Brian Ray took the open military division with a drive of 341 yards. And, hey, I'm going to say this about Brian Ray. He worked on the grid with us. I've never seen anybody with eyes like this dude, man. He can see a ball in the air, see it land, and tell you how far it is before you ever measure it. Excellent job, Brian. Really glad to have you and the Ray family helping us out there. All right. Also, at this same event in New Mexico, we did an XLD Stage 1 and Stage 2, and qualifying for the XLD World Championship, Peyton Vanderley took that 18-plus division. He's moving on with a drive of 381.4. Lee Hodges has punched his ticket to the XLD World Championship in the 35-plus division with a drive of 297.4. Not his best of the day, but it got him there. Melissa Steck punched her ticket in the open women 35-plus with a drive of 240.9 yards, and David Brinker qualifies for the XLD World Championship in the 70-plus division with a drive of 305.9. All right, back east, as we say when we're out west. We're actually east, but hey, that doesn't matter. Arundel Park Golf Park had a big event this past weekend there with our buddy KP. Kevin Porter running things, the assault at Arundel. We're going to get into it. Dylan Spinato, 9 and under boys, wins with a drive of 204.6. Alex Porter, 11 and under boys, with a drive of 202.5, comes away with a big win. Emma Kessner, 11 and under girls, with a drive of 167, wins that division. Dylan Melendick, in the 13 and under boys, takes that win with a drive of 150.7. Dylan also took the junior division win with a drive of 221.3. Then in the Spinato family, Dustin Spinato in the 18-plus open division takes that win with a drive of 321.3 yards. Way to go, guys. Alan Peak in the 35-plus division gets that W with a 312.1 yard drive. Jennifer White in the women's 35-plus wins that with a drive of 224. Ulysses White, all in the family there, in the 45-plus division, wins that with a drive of 282. Jennifer White, also in the senior 45-plus division, wins that with a drive of 206.5. Ulysses White again in the 50-plus men's division wins that with a drive of 285 yards. And we're not finished. Ulysses White in the 55-plus division takes that win with a drive of 290.3 yards. Scott Kessner in the open military wins that with a drive of 274 yards. Also at Arundel, we had an XLD Stage 1 qualifier, getting some guys there, Carter Bradford, Alan Peak, and Sam H. I don't know who Sam H is, but he's Sam H on my sheet, have qualified to move on to Stage 2. Over in Ohio, with Mike Pagliari keeping things going there, Jason Richmond in the junior boys division wins that with a drive of 282 yards. We're there at the Sports Ohio Golf Center. Joshua Fair in the open division, 18-plus, listen to this, 380 yards. Man, this kid has so much talent. Just love seeing him hit. Father Steve Fair takes the 45-plus division with a drive of 292, and Michael Shirley in the senior 50-plus division wins that with a drive of 295 yards. Moving on to Pennsylvania, down at Whitmire Golf Center, with Brody and Steve running things down there. Jamison Marsh took the 7 and under boys win with a drive of 147 yards. Brody Carcella in the 18-plus division takes that win with a drive of 370. Big hit. Eric Schwartzel in the 35-plus wins that with a drive of 290 yards. George Mulligan, great golf name there, George, in the senior men's 50-plus division, a drive of 180 yards. Dennis Sevick in the 70-plus division with a drive of 272 takes that W. And Jeffrey Nutchels in the XLD senior men 60-plus gets that with a drive of 346 yards. Moving down south a little bit in the Coastal Carolinas division with Will Brees heading things up. McKenna Jones in the 9 and under girls had a drive of 128 yards, gets the W. Michael Enoch in the 18-plus division, 257.6 yards. Now, these guys, we always say this when we give the Carolina National yardages, that wind's coming straight in your face off the ocean. You never see big numbers at Carolina National, but still a great place to go have an event. Will Brees himself takes the 35-plus division win with a drive of 257, and Henry O'Grady, the Machine, in the adaptive division has a drive of 202 yards. All right, that's it for results from this past weekend's event. I think there was a total of like 9 competitions altogether this weekend. Busy week here for things that are happening. Let's get into some schedules and tell you what's coming up. Let me get that thing up on my machine here. Coming up July 2nd, down in San Antonio at the Rim with Mickey Davis heading things up at 10 a.m. That competition starts. Back to Milwaukee at the practice station with Brother Josh Koch running things July 2nd at 12 o'clock noon. Be there. And then at Bertram, the Iowa-Minnesota League with Adam Sauter getting things going there July the 9th at 10 a.m. coming up. Then here in South Carolina in the Western Carolinas division with our buddy Moby Matt Ellenberg running things July the 9th at 1 p.m. The Crush and Cola will get underway at Partee Driving Range. Love hitting at Partee. There's also going to be a Stage 1 qualifier there at that Crush and Cola. Make sure Stage 1 XLD qualifier there. Then we're coming to the Cornfield Classic up in Des Moines, Iowa. Man, just can't wait to get up there and see those guys at Willow Creek. Great venue, great people, love it. July the 16th, starting early at 8 a.m., there will be an ALD National Championship qualifier there. And as soon as that's over, probably around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll do an XLD Stage 1, and then we'll follow that with an XLD Stage 2 to make sure the hitters in that area have an opportunity to get qualified for the XLD Worlds. Okay, up at the Gauntlet, the Midsummer Explosion. Remember I mentioned those National Championship qualifiers in the leagues? How about this? There's one at the Gauntlet, July the 16th at 10 a.m. Kevin Porter heading things up there. Moved that. If you guys had looked at that event and saw that it was one when we changed the designation of that event to a National Championship qualifier, we moved the starting time just a little bit earlier to give us some time. So at that National Championship qualifier, just like the one in Des Moines that I mentioned, there's ALD in the morning. We'll do an XLD Stage 1 in the afternoon and get some guys qualified there for the XLD Stage 2. Down at Mulligan's, over at Mulligan's in the Utah Nevada League with Brian Milkey heading things up. We're there July 16th at 11 a.m. at Mulligan's Golf and Games. I've been there. Really cool place for an event. That was one of our first events ever with Brian Milkey and Mulligan's when we started up the ALD series. So let's see what else we can get into. July 17th up at Vittmar Golf Center in Pennsylvania with Brody and Steve. July 17th, 5 p.m. at Vittmar. That's going to be that series up there is going to grow. You just wait. Mark my word, big time. That's going to be a really cool place to go. That's going to get us down to August. In August, we start seeing some of the league championships, more national championship qualifiers. You'll see more XLD Stage 2 qualifiers as we move forward. Working on a couple more XLD Tour events. We'll keep you posted on that. But that's our schedule. Gets us through July. Check it out. Still plenty of time. If you haven't joined us, go to the website, click on Tour Card, get your Tour Card. And guess what? When you get your Tour Card, you're going to get one of these. Can you see that? That's a box from Short Par 4. This box from Short Par 4 has in it all kinds of goodies that's probably equal to, if not more, than what you paid for your tour card. Let me show you an example. This shirt came out of my box. Look what else is in this box here. Let's see. This is the package my shirt was in. Let me get that over here. There's a hat in here, Puma hat. Check that out. There is a pack of golf balls in here. Here's some shorts. Sometimes they're shorts, sometimes they're shirts, sometimes they're shorts and shirts. And I got to admit, I don't really know what this is, but I think this is a putting aid. I should do a better job, but it was in there. So this thing is full of all kinds of goodies. Oh, yeah, here it is. It's called the putting mirror diagram. I knew that was a putting aid. But that's all in the box. There's other goodies in there. There's discounts on wine. If you're a wine drinker, you can get that out of there. There's always some really nice prizes in that Short Par 4 box. Every time I get mine, man, it's just like Christmas. I can't wait. I get one every month. So when you sign up to get your tour card, you're going to get one of these boxes on us. Okay? Then you have the option to continue to get those if you want to. If you don't want to, you just don't get them. But when you sign up for your tour card, you're going to get a confirmation letter, and in that letter is a code for you to use to go to Short Par 4 and get your box delivered right to your door. Now, it's time to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, ULD crowdfunding. For all you guys that are out there, want to raise some money to help pay for your lodging, your travel, equipment, registrations, and those things, we have a crowdfunding program. Doesn't cost you anything to get in it. Just go to the website, click on the crowdfunding tab. There's plenty of information on the front page. You can see some of the videos from the guys that are in the program. Send us the information, follow the prompts, fill out the form, send us the information. We'll set up a crowdfunding program for you. Let me say this. For any potential sponsors or anyone interested in helping move forward the sport of long drive, this is a great opportunity to help these hitters get out and get to compete more. It takes a lot of money to travel. Lodging is not getting any cheaper. Equipment doesn't last forever. They're always replacing equipment, and hey, they need your help. So let's go support the ULD crowdfunding effort. If you're a sponsor and you're thinking, hey, these major events and things like that are just too much for me, here's an opportunity. Go in, pick out all these guys. Give each one of them some support, and you'll help further the sport of long drive by doing so. Thank you in advance for your consideration. Also, ULD Academy. If you're out here and you're hitting and you want to get faster, which equates to you being longer, ULD Academy is where you do it. We'll pick up your speed. We'll help you progress in the sport of long drive. Go to the website, click on the Academy, find one of our instructors near you, reach out to them, set up something to work with them, put your name on the list if you want to be included in announcements for clinics in your area, and we'll follow up with you on that. But ULD Academy is a great place to work on your speed and consequently your distance. And this isn't for long drivers. This is for any golfer who wants to improve their game. Because let's face it, like Michael Romatowski always says down at Mach 3, nobody plays better from further back. You know, you heard that, right? Now we got to talk about wingding, because my producer Jay Burgess won't let me off the air with talking about wingding. This program is distributed on the Wingding platform to Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, to our web app, and to both our iOS and Android mobile apps. Massive distribution for Wingding content. We'd like to have your content. I don't care if it's long drive related. We'd love to have it if it is. If it's just golf related, we'd love to have that. Or hey, if you got a cooking show, fishing show, you want to talk about politics, religion, we don't care. We'd like to hear your ideas for programming for Wingding. Send us a sizzle, send us an idea, reach out to us to info@wingding.tv, and we'll see if this is a good fit for us. We'd love to have it. Wingding. You heard it right here. Wingding. All right. So wingding.tv for information. The website's got it all. That's going to be it for today's show. Y'all know what to do. Hit them long, hit them straight, and we'll be right back here on Smash Factor next week with more results.